Hello YouTube, Knife Fiend here, back with another knife review video for you. Today I have something new for this week. It is the very first fixed blades I'll feature on my channel. These are the Bradford Knives Fixed Blade Guardian series, made right here in the USA, in the Pacific Northwest. I've had the opportunity to meet Brad actually at G8. He's an amazing guy, very young and an absolutely very talented maker. I'll go over some of the different products he offers. He does the Guardian series, and he does a G3, a G4, and I think a G5 or a G6. And they're absolutely wonderful, wonderful fixed blades. He offers a wide variety of steel and a wide variety of handle scales that you can choose from, and then you can actually remove the handle scales and place them and kind of switch them out, all sorts of stuff, which allows for great customability. These knives are wonderful, man. They're not too expensive either. You can usually find them pretty well priced. They're sold all throughout the internet. You can actually go on his own website and find them. And they're wonderful, man. These are my absolute favorite fixed blades. They're very capable. The G3 is a very, very well-suited knife for EDC. It has a 3.5 inch blade with 3 inches of cutting right there. Its profile is just under 7 inches, which makes it great for EDC. This thing's capable of anything that your folder might be capable of. Has a full tang on there. This one is a stonewash finish in M390 blade steel, so it's a very capable blade steel. Has a 3D micarta handle scales, as you can see there, which allow for excellent grip on this bad boy. Really just conforms to the palm and fits in there very nicely. The 3D micarta scales are by far my favorite scales that you can find on these Guardians. Each one does come in a very nice leather sheath. It has a belt loop there, so it could ride on your back or on your hip, however you want to do it, and just very easy in and out of the pocket of not the pocket of the sheath. High quality leather too. It's just a nice thing he throws right in the package for you when you buy one of these. And like I said, they're not too expensive. Most of your Guardian 3s will be under $200. Pretty cool blade. My next one, the most recent one that I picked up actually, is a Guardian 4 in a black wash Nimbus finish. Well, again in the 3D micarta scales, because I absolutely love these micarta scales. This one has the black micarta scales though. And it's a wonderful blade. You can see the choil again has huge choil on there. Very, very nice jimping on the spine just to give you something to hang on to, a good bit of grip. Both of these ones are full flat ground, so they'll be very capable slicers. Again, this is a black wash Nimbus finish is what he calls it. This one actually, since it is one of his newer models, features CPM 3V. I don't know if I can get it to focus on the mark right there. Instead of the M390 featured on the Guardian 4. So that's very cool to see an upgraded steel, both super great steels, but a different steel and very nice, And these things come capable. Like I said, this is my most recent pickup. I bought this thing like a week or two ago, and I haven't done anything to the edge at all. And these things come sharp as hell, man. Like just right through that stuff, just sharp as hell. Absolutely wicked sharp. Very capable knives. And then once again, the 3D micarta scales on here, you really can't get better than that. It has great ergonomics in the palm. You can see it gets tinier down there for your pinky. Same thing towards the top of the blade. Just very, very, very stout in the hand. This one came in another leather sheath. I actually didn't have an option. This is just the color it came in. It's a darker leather sheath than what's seen on the Guardian. Still very nice though. Very high quality in leather. Super nice. Again, with a belt loop allowing you to carry this if you want to. He advertises that this would be a little less EDC and more for hiking or bushcraft activities. Again, a great knife. Going back farther into some generations, we have a Guardian 3 again, but this one with the flat textured G10 handle scales. It also features a stonewash blade with a false edge. This one is not fully flat ground either. It has a, I think he calls it a saber grind, if I'm correct, with the false edge on the top. This one is a smaller one in the CPM 3V. Very, very nice. I love the stonewash on this as well. I'll give you a good look at that. There's Bradford's logo right there. Again, these are made right in the Pacific Northwest, so United States made. full tang on there, again with the great jimping. I like the way the spine looks with the false edge. It goes down to that tip. Very, very nice. Again, you have that choil, allows you to choke up, make some very delicate cuts. This one came in a sheath. It's an older one. I've definitely got some wear on it, so you can see the sheath also has some wear on it. But still, awesome blade with awesome steel. Great EDC knife. My last Bradford knives is the Bradford G4 and the flat G10 scales again. This is the Ghost G10. Like I said, he has all sorts of handle scales you can choose from. 3D G10, 3D carbon fiber, 3D micarta, flat G10. You know, whatever is your cup of tea, they're gonna have. And again, different blade finishes. You can notice on this one it has the stonewash flats right there, but a satin saber grind. Very, very gorgeous on this one. I love this knife. As you can see, this is my most used one out of any of them. It gets a lot of use run through this one. It is an older one. You can tell because it has N690. You can still find these with N690 though. I find that super cool how he offers the same knife and different blade steels, so that way you can buy whatever you're thinking you might put it through. If you need something with a little higher quality steel, you can spend the money and get some higher quality super steel, but if you're just looking to get something nice, big and sharp, you can do that. And it's still gonna be nice, like the edge on this, I can't remember last time I touched up, but I'm sure it's, yeah, not quite as straight through, but this thing does get used a lot. See a little wear there on the blade, but this is a satin version with stonewash flats. Again, I'll give you a good look at that Ghost G10. That's what he calls it. That natural G10 with no color added. I love that. And like I said earlier, he sells the tools. There's actually a common tool. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. I think it's like a Stratus 6 maybe, something like that, where all these scales are interchangeable. So if you had both of these Guardians, and for some reason you really wanted the 3D micarta scales on this one and the Ghost G10 scales on this black Nimbus finish, you could easily do that. And that's what I love about these knives. A, you're going to get a nice knife, but down the road you're going to be able to customize it if you want to whatever you like. He does sell these scales individually. So if you wanted if you own one of these and just wanted to change the scales, that's something also you can do. Super great company. I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, I did have the opportunity to meet Brad at G8 last year, and it was a wonderful experience. He's a super great guy. He's young. I don't know exactly how old he is, but a younger guy. Just try and make a living by making some decent knives, and that's something I can support. Especially, he does the small things like they all come in these nice, decently nice boxes. Bradford knife sticker on the top, made in USA right there. One of his a card, that way, if you ever need to contact him because you have any issues with your blade, you can easily do that. He has all his contact information right there, and I would not be surprised if that's how you contact him directly. Each one comes with a nice special instructions, not too much jibber jabber on here, just basically don't do anything too dumb with it. And great knives, man, great knives. And like I said, these aren't something that's going to break the bank too hard. Most of your Guardian 3s are going to be under $200 depending on what type of materials you choose with them. And most of your Guardian 4s you can get just above $200 depending on what materials you have. And there's something for everybody. Whether you want something 3D that gives you a lot to hang on to in the hand, or something a little slimmer with these flat textured G10 handles, he's got it. He's got whatever blade grind you might be interested in. If you don't like this false edge, if you do like the false edge, it's all up to you. And that's really what I like about him. Great sheaths too if they come with these. A lot of companies offer aftermarket sheaths as well. I bought this Kydex one for my Ghost G10 one, and you can see it's kind of formed around that textured G10. Super cool feature, and I just love these knives, and that's why I continue to buy these knives, is because they're good knives. They're high quality knives that really get the job done. The G3s are great for EDCing, and I always have a G4 in my backpack whenever I go hiking or mountain biking, you name it. The G4 is really my beast I take with me. And yeah, man, I really like these knives. I suggest if you're interested in these knives, you can go out and pick one up pretty easily. Either go to bradfordknives.com, right as you see right here, or Blade HQ, GP Knives. I've seen them all over the internet because a lot of people understand that these are some high quality knives at a fairly decent price point. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch my video. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and, purchase one of these Guardians, whether you like the small one or the large one. Leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. Thanks, guys. Knife Fiend out.